I'm Amy Alton, Advanced Registered Nurse Practitioner and Certified Nurse Midwife of doomandbloom.net, where you'll find close to 800 posts, videos, and podcasts on medical preparedness for any disaster. Together with my husband, Joe Alton, MD, we're the New York Times and Amazon best-selling authors of The Survival Medicine Handbook and other books, plus the designers of the awesome board game Doom and Bloom Survival, named by the Preparedness Family blog as the Teaching Preparedness Resource of the Week. This is part 2 of my series on bleeding control. And in this video, I'm going to show you each component and explain why each of these items were chosen for this compact and easy-to-use kit. In the next video of this bleeding control series, I will demonstrate each bleeding control step on Dr. Bones, my bleeding victim. And then look for how-to videos on tourniquets, hemostats like Celox and QuikClot, pressure dressings, and a lot more. I'll explain how to use these items, what they are, and what brand or types of products to use as options, even some MacGyver moves. So let's get started with the items in this bleeding kit. The first items you will grab are packaged in a single bag and are clearly labeled. It's hard to miss the first one. But why these particular gloves and scissors? There are hundreds of glove types and brands to choose from. This is a brand called Venom, and they're stronger than most. I didn't want you to put a glove on in a panic and shove your hand straight through the ends of the fingers. That would be bad. These are also nitrile. Nitrile is a type of material that is not made from latex. There's a significant number of people with latex allergies, and they can have reactions ranging from a rash to difficulty breathing when exposed to latex. Obviously, this would be very bad in a situation with a patient who's currently bleeding to death and needs your help now. Nitrile is also termed non-allergenic or hypoallergenic, which essentially means people with latex allergies will not have a negative reaction when exposed to these gloves, which is a very good idea. These scissors are called Lister bandage scissors and are much stronger than most cold-stamped EMT shears. Bandage scissors are thicker and made of 100% stainless steel, including the handles and the screw lock, which holds the blades together and is a sign of a higher quality scissors. EMT shears only have a rivet securing the blades together. One nurse reviewed a medium-priced EMT trauma shears on Amazon and said, flexing at the rivet, binding and mashing material. Bandage scissors have an angled tip with a blunt tip on the bottom blade, which helps cut without gouging the skin. Yes, they are primarily for cutting bandages in hospitals, but as you can see here, they are very reliable when cutting jean material. I have seen cheap EMT shears snap the rivet when cutting jeans. As with most products, you can spend a good deal of money and get quality EMT shears if you're going to use them frequently. But in this case, we're using them once and they must be reliable no matter what. The second item is called compressed gauze. This brand is by H&H and is made with high-quality crinkle fluff cotton gauze for maximum absorption and stability. I looked at many compressed gauze products, but this flat shape was by far the most compact for this kit, while still maintaining the large amount of gauze I wanted for the initial direct pressure. When I opened it, it measures 4.5 by over 12 feet long and takes care of moderate to severe bleedings involving heavy blood loss. Number 3 is a tourniquet. But what might be an ideal tourniquet for the average citizen? I looked around at several types of tourniquets. I found pros and cons, and there are 3 qualities for this bleeding control kit that I wanted. 1, must be simple to use without any training needed, must be effective, and must be able to be used on any size arm or age victim, not just healthy military-age personnel. The SWAT T matches all of these requirements. The SWAT T stands for Stretch, Wrap, and Tuck Tourniquet, and the instructions are in the name and written on the tourniquet itself. The SWAT tourniquet is a wide elastic band made of hypoallergenic material that serves as a compact, lightweight tourniquet or even a pressure dressing. It's very simple to use, especially with 2 hands. Stretch it, wrap it 2 inches above the area of bleeding on the extremity, and tuck the end onto itself. That's pretty much all there is to it, and we'll demonstrate that in the next video. It is very effective. Some tourniquets are difficult or impossible to place effectively around the very thin arms of children or even elderly. But the SWAT gives you the ability to apply it on just about anyone's extremities, again, regardless of size. Number 4 is my hemostatic product. Hemostatic agent means a product designed to stop bleeding. I needed something compact and easy to use. Celox has put together this newer product called Celox EMS, which is a simple 4x4 gauze pad. There are actually 2 of them in this packaging. Most other hemostatic products are bulkier or use a plunger to apply, and I'll show you exactly how to use this one and others in a future video, as well as how hemostatic agents work and the differences between Celox and QuikClot, which is one of my most commonly asked questions. I kept it simple, effective, and compact. Open, apply the pad to the bleeding blood vessel, and hold for 3 minutes. Next up is number 5. It's a roller gauze, not much to decide here, but I did want a good size, so this is what I picked. Number 6, a compression dressing. 3 important considerations. I think you are seeing the trend here. Simple to use, compact, and effective for any size victim. This one is called the H&H Mini Compression Bandage. It's similar to an Israeli emergency bandage, but easier to open and simpler to use because there's no reverse wrapping over the pressure clip, which I'll show you in the next video. Manufactured with a 4-inch by 7.5-inch ABD pad, it's sterile and vacuum packed, and it's flat folded to be small enough to even fit in a shirt, vest, or pant pocket. I'm sure it's the smallest and thinnest package of trauma compression bandage on the market. Can be used in all situations, especially on children and elderly with thin arms. The mini compression bandage provides a fast, effective tool for many kinds of trauma and injuries, especially those involving arterial bleeding in extremities. Number 7 is a Mylar blanket. Simple, compact, easy to use, bingo. This tiny package opens to cover an area of 4.5 by 7 feet. I don't think there's much difference in brands in this category. I would like to add a small tip. If I were treating for hypothermia and not bleeding, and if I had a huge medical bag with lots of extra space and money to spend, I would like to have a blizzard blanket. Cool product, but really, really bulky and expensive compared to this little Mylar blanket. If you do not have a Solar or Mylar blanket, you'll be using any dry clothing or covers. Number 8, the red bag and the duct tape. These can be used to create a chest seal or 2 if you need it. I wanted a color that's easily seen and a bag that does not easily tear. The combat medical tape or duct tape is compact and very adherent. If not used for a chest seal, you could use the red bag as a biohazard bag and save the duct tape for another day or duty. Don't forget to watch the next video in this series where I patch up old Dr. Bones who may or may not be really bleeding. This is Amy Alton of doomandbloom.net wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Hey, if you need a solid medical kit for the range, for that hunting trip, or for disaster settings, check out Nurse Amy's entire line at store.doomandbloom.net. Thanks again.